I was thinking in terms of the obligation to drink to a point where one cannot discern between cursed is Haman and blessed is Mordechai. It doesn't mean to say that a person has to be so intoxicated that he says cursed is Mordechai and blessed is Haman, but rather it means something much more profound. The Talmud tells us that the characteristic or the behavior pattern of deprecation is so negative that to deprecate, to mock, to ridicule anything, even if it's negative, it's inappropriate. Because if one enters into that mode of criticism, that mindset, ultimately it will diminish and minimize that person. And it would be expressed and displayed in other areas, which is something which is unacceptable. However, there's one area that one is able to display this denigration, this deprecation. To denigrate and ridicule and deprecate idolatry. All deprecation is not permitted, except for the deprecation of idolatry. So of course the question is why? If it's the actual characteristic and behavior pattern of ridicule, mocking, and deprecation, and the concern is it will be displayed elsewhere, so why, when it comes to idolatry, why is that the exception? So there's a beautiful word from Rav Yitzchak Hudner, of blessed memory. He explains when a person deprecates idolatry, why is he deprecating idolatry? He's only deprecating idolatry because simultaneously he's extolling lahavdil, God. Because a person is so appreciative and so committed and has internalized God to his essence and core, he cannot tolerate the falsehood and the falseness of paganism and idolatry. So the deprecation of idolatry is an expression of quantification of purity and holiness, which is taking place simultaneously. Therefore, the negative effect of deprecation really has no relevance to this individual. Therefore, this is the exception, why one is permitted to deprecate and denigrate idolatry. However, in any other area, whatever person denigrates or deprecates, it's not necessarily simultaneously he experiences or it's emanating from that source of value. It's to be negative. And that negative or extreme level of negative expression of deprecation is something which is detrimental to the quality and character of a human being, therefore it's not permitted. So I was thinking, why do we curse evil? Why should evil be cursed? If there would not be such a thing as good in existence, why is evil evil? Evil is only evil because it's contrary and it's the antithesis of goodness. And something is good because relative to what's not good, it is good. So there's always, it's the other end of the spectrum. There's a counterbalance. Evil versus good, good versus evil. So in essence, but yet a person who thinks superficially, blessed is good, cursed is evil. But if a person delves slightly more deeply into it, in essence, there is no difference. When you say blessed is Mordechai, simultaneously you're saying cursed is Haman. And when you say cursed is Haman, why is he cursed? Because there's a Mordechai that has to be blessed. So a person has to reach a level of introspection, of grasping and appreciating that in essence, one is what it is only because it counters something else, which is the antithesis of that.